Alright. So, as it says, Micah Parsons is leaving. So we're going to go ahead and watch this.
It's Randy Scott and Gary Streisky back with you on SportsCenter. Following breaking news out of the NFL, Adam Schefter tweeting Micah Parsons wants out. This Micah Parsons statement that he just said after, of course, Adam Schefter posted about it. Thank you, Dallas. I no longer want to play for the Dallas Cowboys. My trade request has been submitted to Stephen Jones personally. Yikes. For more on this situation, let's bring in senior NFL writer Jeremy Fowler, who right now is at Minnesota Vikings camp, but everything stops. We're going to get to the Vikings in just a second. J-Bone, how did the situation between the Cowboys and Parsons get to this point?
Yeah, Gary, this has been bubbling under the surface for a while. Micah Parsons wanted a deal last offseason. They didn't do it, but he was willing to be patient. This should be a slam dunk because he has no knocks against him. He's on his second contract. He's a young player. He's premier. No injury issues, no off-the-field issues. So this is a very clean, easy deal to do. He feels like he's been as patient as he possibly could. Now, the Dallas Cowboys have no intention of trading him based on all that I've gathered. It would take a lot to even make Dallas listen to this situation. Certainly teams are going to start calling. We see it with trade requests all the time where the player ends up staying somehow or they work out a deal. We saw it with Myles Garrett not too long ago. But that statement was significant because you're dealing with not only Micah Parsons, but you're dealing with agent David Mulugeta, who probably is the most powerful agent in the league. And so it looks like Dallas was trying to skirt Mulugeta to get to Parsons. That didn't sit well with either side, it appears.
Is there a path? You mentioned the Myles Garrett thing being able to get figured out. Is there a path out of this that potentially
yeah, I started it over.
Dallas?
Well, based on his statement, I would say that that's a hard
I started
no.
over because I was going to talk about the Micah Parsons trade request from the Dallas Cowboys.
They're not getting any momentum on a deal.
And
the team re-engages on a contract and they find a sweet spot. Trey Hendrickson requested a trade in Cincinnati. The Bengals have no intention to trade him, so they're trying to work out a deal.
All these items, though. These are all getting deleted. So if you're not watching, now I'm deleting it. But this is all just about Micah Parsons' trade request from the Dallas Cowboys. And that
if a team simply doesn't want to trade that player,
he's not going to sit out this entire season, though.
But we know how Dallas does business. They did CeeDee Lamb's deal a year ago back in late August. They did Dak Prescott's deal on the eve.
So is Micah Parsons going to get his deal done late August?
In these situations, cooler heads can prevail, but Parsons definitely seems fed up and doesn't want to go anywhere else but outside of Dallas right now.
Absolute heavyweights who have recently asked for their exit out of this situation. All right.
So Micah Parsons wanting out, huh? All right. Sounds good. So Micah Parsons wants out. Where would he go? Where would he go? Who has the amount of cap space? Let's look that up. We have to look up teams who have cap space right now. So we're going to look up that exact right now. And now we're going to see who can potentially, and it's not just who can afford Micah Parsons, because that's just not it. Just because you could afford Micah Parsons doesn't mean Jerry Jones is going to hand him over on a silver platter, you know. So you're going to have to come correct. And Micah Parsons being one of the best at his position who does it in the league right now, it's gonna be a hefty one, and Jerry Jones is not cheap when he's talking about his players, especially the ones he drafted, you know. So we got excuse me. So we got the one team that could really afford him, cap space wise, would be the Washington Commanders. They have a lot of cap space. Tennessee Titans have significant cap room as well. Bengals definitely could not afford him. Let's get some more detail on that. So where would Micah Parsons go since he's put his trade request in directly to Jerry Jones? Jerry Jones does not want to talk to his agent. He feels slighted by that, so he said his goodbyes to Dallas to via social media and stuff like that, and he says he's gone. He don't want no part of the Cowboys. What's going on with that? Where's he gonna go? Looking at NFL teams cap space, it looks like I mean, it's not just gonna be cap space too, but I mean it's gonna be it's not only cap space, but it's gonna be a hefty penny just to get him to. So he's put his trade request in. He's done. He's done. He wants no part of the Cowboys, right? We've seen how that went with Myles Garrett, right? He said he didn't want nothing to do with the Cowboys either, and he was done. So, I would love for him to go to the Giants, but oh boy, we can't afford him. All right. So we can rule out a lot of teams right now, especially the Bills. The Bills are completely out of it. I mean, they need more money. All right. So the Patriots, Lions, 49ers, Raiders, Cardinals, Seahawks. Um and even the Chargers. The Cowboys could afford them. I don't know why they're lollygagging right now. Uh I I mean, I understand why they're lollygagging because for if they were to sign him right now and his contract doesn't expire until next year, uh, the Cowboys are going to only have roughly, and this is just an estimate, about 5.299 million in cap space for the 2026 season. So that's probably where Jerry Jones is probably thinking right there. But if you look a little bit deeper into it, yeah, the following year though, the Cowboys will have 68 million. Looking beyond too, the Patriots will be in a good position too if they were to trade for him. Uh, but that's how many draft picks do you guys have? What's the Patriots draft picks looking like for 2026, 2027, and 2028? You know, because that's what it's gonna take. Um, let's see. Where's the Patriots at? Yeah, the Patriots are in a financial crunch, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? They got some wiggle room with 15.3 million. Uh, so yeah, yeah. New England. I agree. New England could take him. Um, man, the one who has let's see, where are they? Where are they for 2025? The Colts. 19 million, so they could definitely afford him because the Colts are going to have a lot of cap space in the coming years. The most cap space by 2027 projected. Because right now, where they're standing, the Colts are about 19 million in cap space, and then for 2026, they're going to go to about 57.4 million in cap space, and then this is projected they'll have about $199 199 million in cap space for the Colts. The Commanders will be second for 27. but it's gonna take. It's gonna take. Let's see. All right. We'll see right there. See what happens. I'm gonna see what it's gonna take for a team to likely get him. Um, according to what Jerry Jones is gonna want, because he's gonna want a lot. And they got a good head coach, first year head coach for New England at least. I don't think it's his first time coaching as a head coach, but yeah, the Mike Vrabel though, he's a good head coach. Let me see. Okay, so that's not what I wanted right there. That was there we go. That's what I wanted. Oh, yeah, just change that to this season and see what it's gonna take for Jerry Jones to get up off Micah Parsons. Because you might as well just trade him now. I mean, as much as I love Kayvon Thibodeau, man, I don't know if I'd really want to trade Tibbs. Brian, but I don't even want to trade Brian Burns because Burns is a beast too. I don't know. Having Micah Parsons with Abdul Carter would be insane because they played at Penn State. It would just be crazy just have them both on the same team on the same fucking defense. It would be insane. Why isn't it showing his name right here? Alright. Well, I think it was going to take a lot. Anyways, in order for him to get a trade, I'm assuming for him it's going to take probably 2 to 3 first round draft picks, and I'm telling you this because Jerry Jones is greedy. He's a greedy sob. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take 3 first round draft picks and probably like a second and a fifth or something like that, and that's what he's gonna want. And then he's still gonna want a player because he's greedy. I know another trade candidate that is looking like it might be a likely scenario. Is Shador Sanders. He might get traded, and he's linked to an AFC trade partner. Um, so that's interesting, right? And what if Scary Terry from Washington wants to trade too? Because apparently they haven't got a deal done yet, right? We shall see. We shall see. Who's looking forward to football? Who's looking forward to the start of the season? Oh, I know it's me. I know. I know I can't. Alright, so look at. Ooh. We got the Chargers. Keenan Allen has mutual interest in a reunion. Veteran free agent wide receiver is visiting Los Angeles. Ooh, August 1st. August 1st. You heard it right here. Micah Parsons. I no longer want to be here. And there's a lot of buzz and highlights going on Friday around the New York Giants. Ooh, Abdul Carter, he is electric. Let me tell you, when I see him right there practicing, I've watched every highlight. Dude is a beast, bro, and he's gonna really bring out that number 51. I tell you what, boy. I tell you what. And Todd Bowles says Shiloh Sanders has a chance to make the roster. He's got a chance. He's got a chance. That's what we want to hear. And everybody's saying that Aaron Rodgers is going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers to the promised land and win them another Super Bowl. Who thinks that Aaron freaking Rodgers is going to take them to the Super Bowl with the team that they got? They just got rid of Kenny Pick any backup quarterback that they would have had, Kenny Pickett. Now they got Mason Rudolph. They also got rid of George Pickens too, the wide receiver. I don't know, he was a crash out, but they replaced him for another crash out. I mean, DK is another crash out. We'll see how that goes. I'm rooting for A-Rod. Don't get me wrong, I'm rooting for A-Rod. But just the fact is, I mean, is he going to go and win them a Super Bowl? Really? I mean, is he going to get them a 500 record? Yes. He will have a winning record with them for sure. Baker Mayfield is day to day right now with a hand contusion. Got some injuries. I know Malik Neighbors had something to do with his shoulder, but yeah, we'll let you know more on that when that happens. Um, let's see. Anybody plays some fantasy football? Fantasy football. If you guys are playing fantasy football, here's some sleepers that you guys are going to want to draft for your tight ends. All right. Ranking at number 10 right now. Mason Taylor from the New York Jets. All right. Number 9. All right. Elijah Araro from the Seattle Seahawks. All right. Number 8. Tucker Kraft from the Green Bay Packers. Ranking at number 7 is going to be Dalton Kincaid from the Buffalo Bills. Ranking at number 6 is going to be Evan Ingram, now playing for the Denver Broncos. All right. He's probably going to get, honestly, he could be higher too because he's probably going to get more yards and things like that because of Bo Nix is going to be really hungry.
My bad.
You know what I'm saying? He's going to be really hungry. And then coming in at number 5 is going to be Mark Andrews. And the reason why I say Mark Andrews at number 5 is because we don't know what's going on with Isaiah Likely right now. I don't know about that injury or whatever. But you guys could probably get him closer to the 9th round and stuff like that, you know? Uh, Number 4 is going to be Costin Loveland from the Chicago Bears. Be a steal. Ranking at number 3 is going to be Trey McBride. Ranking number 2 is going to be Tyler Warren, the Indianapolis Colts. Whoever's throwing him the ball, whether it's going to be Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson, battling it out for the quarterback position. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. It's gonna be intense. I seen a lot of highlights. I seen a lot of practice, and it looks like Danny Dimes is showing out and showing why his name is Danny Dimes. And then Anthony Richardson is he had that little I don't know if you want to call it an injury, but he had a little hiccup. So yeah, and then number 1 is gonna be TJ Hawkinson from the Minnesota Vikings. I cannot tell you enough that JJ McCarthy, when he suits up for the Minnesota Vikings, he is going to be amazing. Hopefully, he could play a full season. Um, so there you have it. There you go. Top 10 uh, tight ends for your draft. You heard it here. All right, so you got to trade Micah. Let's see who are they going to trade him to? Let's see if he were to go to the Patriots, and how would he want to go play for the Patriots, Tim? Okay, so that didn't work out because they don't have enough capital. I don't think they're gonna have what the Cowboys are gonna want for them to, in order for them to trade um, Micah Parsons. You feel me? It's just gonna be a little bit too much. But all right, man. I appreciate everybody stopping by, watching, liking, subscribing if you haven't subscribed. I appreciate it. But with that being said, I think I've talked enough. So hope you guys have a good night. If you're watching this later, with that being said, peace.